Good evening, everyone. We are the group for researchers. So let's talk all about the social contract theory. So there are three types of key concept. Number one, the state of nature. Number two, the social contract. Number three, the sovereign. Social contract theory for society we were in the state of nature, an individual dedicated, but he, she could not do. Survival of the fittest. For example, so let's discuss the three concepts. Number one, the social state of nature. This refers to the condition of human beings before the establishment of organized society or government. So it is a pre-social condition where there are no no formal laws, institution, or authorities. The social contract. This is the foundational idea that people come together to form a society and agree on rules or laws. This contract may either be among the people themselves or including a governing authority. Sovereign is the authority recognized as legitimate in enforcing laws and maintaining order. Key players and social contract theory. Thomas Hobbes, 1588 to 1679, argue in favor of absolute monarchy. He published his book The Leviathan in 1651. In this book, he gave a striking exposition of the theory of social contract. So, gipublish niya ang libro nga Leviathan in 1651. And also, Thomas Hobbes received a powerful explanation of the social contract showing why people need to surrender some of their freedoms to sovereign authority. His object was to defend the absolute power of monarch, and he used the doctrine of the social contract to support it.
Hello everyone, my name is Aishami Safra. So now we will going to tackle about the beliefs of Thomas Hobbes. So Thomas Hobbes believes that life in the state of nature is solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. And his most famous work is Leviathan. So solitary means a state of nature. There would be no central authority leading to oscillations and lack of operations. So without a structured sovereignty or government, resources would struggle to survive, leading to widespread poverty. So Thomas Hobbes believes that humans are inherently bad because everyone is self-interested. Hobbes felt it was best to submit to the will of sovereign without. So man entered into government for safety. The main role of government is to protect its citizens. Right and liberty always comes after safety and protection. Never overthrow the government because doing so creates anarchy and there is no safety. So the views on the state of nature. Hobbes, the state of nature is dangerous place, and life of man is solitary, characterized of the pre-social phase of human nature, the liberty that each has to use his own power preservations of his own power preservations of his own nature.
The next is the contract. Agree to surrender their natural rights into the hands of common superior and to obey his commands. A contract binding obedience to a sovereign would really establish a stable commonwealth. For example, is the right to life, where individuals have a freedom to do whatever we want, to exist and be protected from harm. It's because of the social contract, where individuals willingly give up some inherent freedoms of natural rights. Key players in social contract theory. John Locke 1632 to 1704 argues in favor of representing national democracy anti-royalist. He is an English political philosopher, advocates of limit monarchy in England. The theory of John Locke is found in his two treatises on civil government published in 1690 defend the ultimate right of the people to depose the monarch from his authority if he ever deprived them of their liberties and properties. Liberties. It is the purpose of government to protect our rights. Yes, it's true. Example, when it comes to right to equal, we need to speak. concerns in the government. John Locke wrote two treatises on government. The first treatise is concerned almost exclusively with refuting the argument of Robert Filmer's patriarchal. So the first is focusing on the disproving Robert Filmer's argument that political power comes from religious authority, also known as the divine right of kings. So the second treatise presents Locke's own ideas, what is the purpose, and the reason. So the purpose and reason. It is we are people have the right to participate in governments to protect our life. John Locke believed that people entered into society to protect their life, liberty, and property. Thomas Jefferson, the author of Declaration of Independence, admired Locke. Jefferson is an advocacy for individual rights. He believed in natural rights, limited government, and the separation of church and state.
Sir, I'm your presenter for tonight. I'm Archie Pipito from Group 4. So here's the topic, sir. John Locke. The government job is to protect citizen property. If the government is not providing you with your protection for your property, you have rights to revolt. Justified the American Revolution. So here's the views of the state of the nature. So Locke, the state of the nature exists anytime. Humans have been entered into an agreement with each other to participate in a government. Even so, it is not chaotic because of human rationality and the three natural rights to life, liberty, and also the property. So it was pre-political and not pre-social. Man was neither selfish nor self-seeking nor aggressive. Men were equal and free to act they thought fit but within the bounds of the law of nature. So in John Locke philosophy, the state of the nature describes a political society where individuals exist without a government or a common authority. It's characterized by natural law, which dictates that all individuals possess inherent rights to life, liberty, and also the property, and that no one should harm another in this aspect. While not a chaotic state of power, and Habis depicted it as a state of perfect freedom and equality, where individuals are governed by reason and the law of the nature. So, here's the needs for civil society. According to Locke, this all condition was due to three important ones which remain unsatisfied in the state of the nature. So first, the want of an establishment settled known law, and the second, the want of a known and indifferent judge, and the third, the want of an executing power to enforce just decision. So according to Locke, all conditions arise when individuals are unable to enjoy their own property, or when there's a lack of an impartial authority to resolve dispute and protect rights in the state of the nature. This occurs when people become judges on their own cases, leading to bias and injustice, making the state of the nature a state of great convenience. And the last, the social contract was no more than a transfer of certain rights and power. That means remaining rights would be protected and preserved. The contract was for limited and specific purposes, and what was given up was transferred, and what was transferred to the community as a whole and not to a man or to assembly of men.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, class. My name is Angelo. The two contracts are social which brought into the civil society or the state. A government contract when society is corporate capacity establishment and selected a ruler to remove the convenience which necessitates the formation of the civil society or the society. Locke recognized the existence of three powers in the civil society or the state. So, legislative, executive, and federative. So, for what is legislative? So, refers to the branch responsible for making laws. Executive refers to the branch responsible for enforcing laws. Next, last is a federative. This refers to the power related to interaction with the other countries. Next is a Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, 1712-1778, argues in favor of direct democracy. So, he's born on June 28, 1712 in Geneva, Switzerland. He died on July 2, 1778, age of 66 years in France. So, was a Genevan philosopher, writer, and composer. His political philosophy influenced the progress of the Age of Enlightenment and the development of the modern political, economic, and educational. He is the great French writer of the 18th century. Elaborated his theory is famous of work, the Social Contract, published in 1762. Man was born free and he is everywhere in chains. His most famous work are discourse on the origin and condition of inequality among men, aka the second discourse, and the social contract. Believe that humans are born inherently good. He coined the term novella savage. However, once the idea of private property was introduced, the mankind experienced a fall from grace. Individuals with many possessions so that it would be in their best interest to create a government to project their possessions. That's all.
Effect of social contract. People will live in peace but within rights except for the rights to self-defense. Lucky, the three natural rights which is the state or nature will be adhered to. It's forced by the government. Rusio life will be fair for all its employer. The general will and set aside our personal interests. Si harvested people will have peace but nawala ilang katungod only the rights to protect themselves. Din sila ati kay niingon nga kita tanan na ini natural rights life and property. Si Rusio said life will be fair if we follow what is best for everyone. Emergency of civil status individual become collected, united society put his person and all his power in common under discipline direction. The general will in the pure corporate capacity will receive each member as an invisible of their own. So this means kay kanang mga tao sa society hatagin ang power to the general will do what it is. Sovereign harvest the absolute monarchy with local the people, all other leaders in the government, and democratic election. Ratio the people vote for matter the people are the sovereign. So si Harris ingon nga ang king of queen na dapat ang makaboto to keep pace. Then si Loki said people should vote for leaders. But si Russia said that the people are the lords. So, influence. August inspires Lucky and indirectly the person. Lucky inspired so much the person. In this declaration of independence, Russia inspired the person to some extent, but also can assist the environment movement, respect to indigenous people and modern child. So si Habis kay nag-high nag-influensya kang Lucky o Baby help shape ideas about